Hey everyone, I'm Christine with Junebird Creative, and we are primarily a WordPress shop. And I've got 5 tips for you to help you optimize your business process and your WordPress flow. The first WordPress tip is to always choose a theme that is at least a year old and has an update within the last 2 months. I can't tell you how many times I've chosen a theme and the developer has stopped supporting updates and we've been left either having to retheme or just cross our fingers that it wasn't going to get hacked or that some plugin wasn't going to be incompatible with a theme in the future. So some reputable themes, I would consider anything that's over a year old and has an update within the last 2 months. The second one is I personally love WPBakery Visual Composer. I am very, very strongly believe in using that to design pages. I also think that it is the most easy for your clients to use and update going forward. So part of a great website is also making sure that your back-end admin users can use it efficiently. So WPBakery or some other page builder all day long. The third is to choose a hosting company with on-demand call-in or chat-in support. Having that on-demand and instantaneous access to help, even if they can't necessarily fix your problem, sometimes it just makes you feel better to call them. But when you do have a website go down or you can't figure out something with your DNS, it's so nice to just be able to call in and say, hey, can you help me with this? Or chat in and say, hey, can you help me with this? Huge lifesaver. Tip number 4 is to keep a list of preferred plugins. If you manage one website or a lot of websites, I definitely recommend having a list of kind of the go-to plugins that you always use. There's a couple of analytics, or there's one analytics plugin that I always use, and I keep a list of that, the forms plugin that I like to use, the duplicate post plugin that I like to use, just so that I don't have to go searching for it. I can just pull up my spreadsheet with all my preferred plugins and plug in or install very easily rather than having to open up a website and find out what I used last time. The 5th tip that I have for WordPress is Google your error messages. So if you come across an error message or a plugin doesn't install right, or you're seeing error messages on the front end, just throw it into Google and see what the community has already put out there, because chances are if you take out some of the specific stuff that's just for your particular install, you'll find some sort of solution. And I have so many times literally copied and pasted an entire error message and thrown it into Google, and somebody has figured out an answer. So Google your error messages. So those are my 5 tips for WordPress success, and good luck on your next WordPress install.